On April 15, 2007, three experienced sailors, Derek Batten and brothers Peter and James Tunstead, set off from Airlie Beach, Australia, on a dream journey across the top of the continent. Their vessel, the Kaz II, was a sturdy 32-foot catamaran. They were well prepared, the weather was fair, and the men were in high spirits. 3 days later, the ghost yacht was found drifting. A helicopter spotted the Kaz II drifting near the Great Barrier Reef, over 160 nautical miles from its destination. When rescuers boarded the vessel, they were met with a scene that defied logic. The yacht was in perfect condition. The engine was still running in neutral, a laptop was open and turned on, and the radio and GPS were fully functional. The men, however, were gone. The dinner table was set for 3. Plates of food were laid out and cutlery was ready. In the galley, a newspaper lay open, and on the deck, a half-empty cup of coffee was still sitting in its holder. The life jackets remained undisturbed in their stowage, and the emergency APIRB beacon had not been activated. It looked as if the crew had stepped off the boat a mere moment before. The only signs of anything unusual were the sails. One was badly shredded, and the other was flapping aimlessly in the wind. A small white rope was trailing in the water behind the boat. Despite a massive air and sea search covering thousands of miles, not a single trace of the 3 men, no bodies, no clothing, and no debris was ever recovered from the turquoise waters. The mystery turned spooky when investigators recovered a video camera on board. The final footage, taken on the morning of April 15th, showed the 3 men laughing and fishing in calm seas. The footage ended abruptly, showing no signs of distress, no storm clouds, and no intruders. The transition from a happy vacation to a total disappearance happened in a heartbeat. Theories began to swirl. Some suggested a pirate attack, but no valuables were missing, and there was no sign of a struggle. Others whispered of a rogue wave or a sea monster, but the dinner settings on the table had not been overturned. If the boat had been hit by a massive wave or a sudden lurch, the coffee cup and the plates would have been scattered across the floor. The official coroner's report offered a logical but haunting reconstruction. It suggested that one man fell overboard while trying to untangle a fishing line. A second man jumped in to save him, and the third, realizing the boat was drifting away in the wind, tried to drop the sails to slow it down but was struck by the boom and knocked into the sea himself. While the theory explained the empty boat, it didn't account for the frozen state of the cabin. To jump into the ocean to save a friend, one might leave the table in a hurry. But would the boat really drift so fast that 3 experienced sailors couldn't catch it? And why was the engine left idling in neutral? The sea, it seemed, had performed a vanishing act. The Kaz, the second mystery, is a story of the perfect silence. It is the terrifying reality of how a modern, high-tech vessel can become a tomb in seconds. The families of the men were left with an open wound, haunted by the image of the dinner table waiting for 3 men who would never sit down to eat. The Great Barrier Reef held its secret close, beneath the sunlit waves. Today, the Kaz II is remembered as the modern Mary Celeste. It is a mystery of open laptops and shredded sails, a reminder that the ocean is a vast, indifferent wilderness. The 3 friends remain part of the blue horizon, their final moments a puzzle of why and how that continues to drift through the minds of everyone who hears their story. As the sun sets over the Australian coast, the ghost of the Kaz II serves as a warning. Even in the age of GPS and satellite phones, the distance between safety and the unknown is only the width of a deck railing. The 3 men of the Kaz II didn't just drown. They vanished into a gap in the world, leaving behind a half-finished cup of coffee as their only legacy.